to block the backside. They run a reverse and almost run it in the end zone for a safety.
You wouldn't call either one a juggernaut so far. Here's O'Brien. It is intercepted. It is intercepted by Myron Guyton. Corey Raymond.
And Corey Raymond is starting for Perry Williams today at that right corner. Dan Reeves says he really liked Raymond because he's a bigger, stronger guy, plays like a safety, can play anywhere, and he comes up with one right there.
Just took it away from the receiver.
Well, again, I think that's the type of strength he's talking about. You just see that where he plays a receiver, or rides it in, and just comes underneath Calvin Williams and makes the interception. He was right there. Looked like O'Brien, he had Williams open earlier. Looked like he thought he'd have him open again, and Corey Raymond was right there.
First and 10 Giants at their own 48. That's Hampton. And Rodney Hampton straight ahead for a first down. Roderick Thompson headed for the locker room. If that was a cramp, it's a long-lasting and serious cramp as he heads in.
Probably started out as a cramp, and then as they checked him, they found out he had something more serious than a cramp. It's out of Corey Raymond, who just got this good field position for the Giants. They run Rodney Hampton on a play that looks like Giant football.
First and 10. They'll run him again. To the 35.
I'll tell you, Hampton saw the fridge on that play. Watch him right here. The fridge is going to go to his left. And we just watch it here. He's going to start off and go left. And Hampton is starting to that side. But Hampton sees this coming now, and he knows I better get the heck off of that. So here comes the fridge. The fridge trips over his own guy. Hampton has a vision to make some cut right at that point.
Hampton again knocked out of bounds by William Thomas this time. Maybe he got a yard. That interception, by the way, by Corey Raymond was the first of his career. Rodney Hampton is replaced by Dave Meggett on third down.
Lester Holmes there, number 73 in the Eagles bench. He's the rookie. In fact, he was the number 1 draft choice of the Eagles. It looked like they're trying to get him ready to play right during the game. What was that?
That's Meggett in motion now to keep it back in. But Sims going deep. Knocked away at the last second. No flag. Mark Jackson, the intended receiver. Mark McMillan right with him. That's good defense.
That was good defense by Mark McMillan. He's the guy they want to work on. The official was running with him. There was McMillan, the receiver, the official. The official falls down. Watch him there, up at the top. There's McMillan. He has good coverage. Now watch the official. You see, he goes, oh, man, he goes right on his back. Again, McMillan just gets that left hand in there as Mark Jackson was going to make the catch.
Daloiso will try a field goal of 52 yards now. Sedwell, the normal field goal kicker, but too Daloiso, no good. A bit of a break for the Eagles. The field goal's no good, and they take over back at the original line of scrimmage.
Yeah, this is what a field goal block, low to middle, block left. Now, here's a low to middle look. Here's one arm on Pardos. Here's another arm. So there's 2 guys right over him. Here, there's 2 blockers here trying to help him. And watch what happens. He has to look between his legs. And you talk about the center. Remember the old days when you're a kid, you can't can the center? They just can't do.
Herschel Walker gets the carry on first and 10. Eagles gets about 3 or 4.
They're talking about pass protection, I'm sure, in the offensive plays. And Oates is still shaking his head about that field goal and where all those guys came from that lined up on him. They were just 2 guys on just shoulder to shoulder as he snapped that ball. And again, he wasn't the snapper until 2 weeks ago after they waived Steve Biasi. They gave him a ride backwards.
Second and 7. It's not been a very explosive first quarter. O'Brien missed the handoff or went the wrong way and lunged ahead for maybe a yard.
Lawrence Taylor played that one pretty well. You know, he was there. He took on the blocker. The blocker was Herschel Walker. Kind of took him on and just played there. Lawrence Taylor, again, not what he was. Like he said, I'm not what I was 5 years ago, but who is what they were 5 years ago? And he said, I'm kind of glad, because if I was what I was 5 years ago, I'd have to play for another 10 years. I don't understand it. I understand. He's going to play 5 more years.
Here's O'Brien. Gets it to Walker. Walker will have an Eagle first down. At about the 48-yard line, Myron Guyton was the first one to hit it. Oh, with Willie Beeman.
There's the thing. Everyone knows that Herschel Walker is a fast guy, one of the fastest players in football, but they don't realize how strong he is. I mean, if he ever gets going, he is really tough to bring down. In fact, on that last play, looked like half the Giant defense hit him, and they haven't brought him down yet.
Still upright. First and 10, Philadelphia. O'Brien takes. Throws Victor Bailey. He again was open.
Hey, O'Brien is getting pretty good pass protection now. Watch the pass protection. He's getting receivers open, and he's just not making the throw. Look, that's good pass protection. He has time. He steps up. He has a guy open, and he just heaves it over his head. And that's just a bad throw. He's done that a couple of times where he had Calvin Williams open early. He had Bailey open. He's had some guys open, and he can't throw the ball to him.
Second and 10. On Henry. 3, maybe. Stopped by Lawrence Taylor.
The one thing about the Giant defense this year, Pat, is the whole thing is to get these guys up and attack. You know, everyone, I mean, the line, they all hit the guy. Everyone attacks. These guys here have to make all the tackles, but boom, they have to attack. Everything is aggressive. It's one gap, and it's when you see the run, everyone attack. Everyone get to the ball and gang tackle. Look, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 tacklers in on that play.
Howard was saying yesterday he had to learn how to play all over again.
Yeah, because it's basically a one gap. They don't use the nose tackle much more. The nose tackle.
That's their first charge, team timeout.
The nose tackle is lining up more on the guards now instead of the center.
It's a one gap, as you said, instead of two gap.
Yeah, they used to have to play the center and then play a gap on either side, which is the two gap. Now they just play a side, take the shoulder, hit that gap, try and get the guy turned.
This is an Eagle timeout.
You know, if we look at this defense, here's the whole base of the defense. These 3 guys are the defensive linemen. Now, what their job is to do is to hit gaps and take blockers. Hit gaps, take blockers, hit gaps, take blockers, and not let these linemen here get to these inside linebackers. Then the outside linebackers, they're to force everything in. So if these guys take on blocks, take on blocks, take on blocks, that will free these 2 guys, Carlton, Bailey, and Miller, to make most of the plays. But if you look at their stats, they do. I mean, Michael Brooks is kind of the leader of that defense, and they try and force everything to him and everything to the other inside linebacker, Carlton Bailey. So the linemen, their biggest job is to keep the offensive linemen off the inside linebacker.
Sometimes that's as tough to convince them of mentally as it is physically. Let somebody else get all the ink and all the tackles.
Especially when the guys like Michael Brooks and Bailey are 2 new guys getting a lot of dough.
Here's O'Brien again. Complete. Intended for Bailey. High and behind.
That time he's going to have a little pressure on him here this time, but again, he just throws the ball high. He has time. He just can't find a guy. Then he brings the ball down, buys a little time, and throws another high ball.
That might be some time he wished he didn't purchase. He had to limp off, but he seems to be okay, O'Brien does. Beagle, the punt it. Leave alone. Bit of an Eagle bounce down to the 12. First and 10, Eagles. There's O'Brien over on the sideline. Broderick Thompson just went inside a moment ago to the train.